Okay, well, that was interesting. The Pokemon Presents never go the way that I expect they're going to go. You get all these ideas in your head, and then it's there's never as many announcements as I think. I always forget how many like mobile game and competitive video game stuff that they talk about, which is fine. And I know it's a huge part of the hobby, but not something that I interact with that much. But yeah, let's talk about some of the announcements that were big for the mainline video games and the trading cards, right? Because the thing we talk about most on this channel is the cards, right? The first thing that caught my attention was, I think, the very first announcement, the game music player thing. That's pretty cool. I'll be curious what the price point is, though. I mean, you can just go on YouTube and there's like 100 different YouTube videos that have every song from every generation, like in order, that you can just throw on a YouTube in the background and listen to if you want to. But I do like the cool little handheld, old school Game Boy with the cartridges and for the music for all the different regions. It is really cool. If it's like in the 40, 50, $60 range, I'll probably pick it up. If it's like $150, I probably won't. But I think it is a pretty cool thing. So I just wanted to mention that one quick. Now into the first thing that really caught my attention, obviously, was the teaser for the 30th anniversary set. They didn't give us much, right? They showed first edition Charizard, or base set Charizard in German, I think, and then like Crystal Lugia in Japanese, and they were showing a mix of all different language cards. And then they were showing the legend cards, and then they showed level X's. They showed kind of a mechanic from throughout the whole. I don't think they showed any gold stars, but they showed kind of the whole way through the 30-year history of the TCG. And then we got this reveal. They showed Mew and Mewtwo kind of, regular looking. And then they made them like this chromium versions. They didn't really change any features or go into any kind of new form, but they made them it looked chrome to me. And I was like, there's no way they're doing Topps Chrome again, right? Like, I don't think that they would announce that for any kind of 30th anniversary set. But it looks like maybe a new mechanic is coming, and maybe the cards are going to have some kind of new finish on them. Maybe they'll be like a similar style to Topps Chrome, where they have kind of that really glossy finish over the whole card. I don't know. That's what it looked like. I don't know what else to take from it. Obviously, we have so little information on it, just those quick little couple seconds. I do hope that all the cards that they were showing leading up to that were just, honoring the past and not what they are going to be reprinting. Because, man, I predicted that they weren't going to do that. And I don't even care if I'm right or wrong. I'm just sick of getting reprints of old cards. I don't think that it's... Why do we need another base set Charizard reprint? Like, we have so many. I know that I think Magic the Gathering does a lot of that, and that crushes their collector market and stuff. So I hope that we don't get base set Charizard again, even if it's in German, which is I get they wanted to appeal to a lot of people, so that's probably why they had it in that. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens with the 30th anniversary set. I imagine it'll probably be a couple months yet. That's probably going to be September, October that comes out. At least that's when the celebrations came out. And yeah, we'll see what kind of cards start getting revealed. I'd like to see some original artwork and some special illustration rares and stuff. So we'll see what happens. But the Mew and Mewtwo looked cool with that chrome glossy finish. It kind of reminded me of like the future Pokemon a little bit, right? That they did from Scarlet and Violet. But they're obviously not going to do that again. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. It was interesting. A little bit disappointing. If I'm gonna be honest, I was a little disappointed. But we never get a big trading card reveal usually for the Pokemon Presents, so I'm not that surprised. On to the big one. The last video of the presentation, we of course got the reveal of Winds and Waves First off, I am shocked that they put the S's on the end. I did not think, because they've never made a game plural before, right? It's always been singular, like, Scarlet Violet, Sword Shield. But they made it Winds and Waves. I gotta get used to saying that, Winds and Waves. So I guess all those leaks were right when they were saying Winds and Waves. Wow, so much to unpack. The gameplay, we didn't get really any gameplay, but obviously you're going to be jumping around to different islands. That looks like a lot of fun. And I already see people saying like Sun and Moon ripoff or whatever. I don't think it's going to be even close to a Sun and Moon ripoff, because in Sun and Moon you couldn't go underwater. That was what really got me when they went underwater and showed that it even looks like the graphics got better when they went underwater. And I'm sure they still have like a while to finish up the finishing touches and stuff. And I really don't think they're gonna have a game with bad graphics again after how much crap they've gotten for the last couple games. But the gameplay, I'm sure, is going to be really good. Surfing around and diving and going on to all the different islands. It looks like there's going to be like dozens of different islands, which I think is so cool. I love the exploration part of Pokemon and being able to go underwater. It reminds me of like an old Spyro the Dragon game or something that I played as a kid. So I'm really excited for the game itself. The starters, they're fine, right? I mean, no one is crazy about starters when they first get revealed. I really like the water starter, the Gecko, whatever type thing. I forget what his name was. But the bird, the grass bird, we've seen that before, but that's fine. And then we got a dumb fire dog, a little pom-pom dog. Yeah, that one. I could leave that one. They could have left that one out for me. But I'm not a fan of dog Pokemon. So, the starters are fine. I think the evolutions of them will probably be really cool. The graphics looked a little weird to me when they showed those. They didn't seem very sharp, and they seemed kind of like pixelated a little bit, but not in a good way. So that was weird. But then later on, like the graphics throughout that whole video changed, for different different shots that they were showing. So I found that kind of odd. But like I said, I'm sure that when the final product is finished, it'll be good. And to talk about that, we know it's going to come out in 2027 now. So I had talked about this with a few people. I'm not sure if I talked about it on the channel of how that was a possibility. Maybe that it wasn't going to release until 2027 because the Mega Block, it makes sense to finish that out through the end of the year, right? And it would be weird to still be coming out with Mega Evolution sets, that are tied to ZA, and then have Winds and Waves come out, right, in like November or something. So it seems like they're going to finish the Mega Block out at least through this year. And then our specialty set is almost certain to be something with Mega Evolution. Maybe we get all of the Mega Evolutions that we haven't gotten yet. Maybe we get all of those in one set. Like, that would be really cool. That would be awesome if we get an illustration rare for every single Mega that we haven't seen yet throughout we're getting at least 2 or 3 more sets of Mega now, and then one more specialty set almost for certain, and maybe more than that, right? Like, maybe Winds and Waves won't come out until the end of 2027, and maybe the Mega Block goes even more into 2027. I doubt that, especially since they're coming out with no game for the whole year of 2026. So my guess is we probably get Winds and Waves towards the beginning, like Q1 of next year, and then March, April, maybe we get the first Winds and Waves, WW1. Winds, Waves 1, man, I gotta get used to saying that. Winds and Waves, Winds, Waves, Scarlet Violet, Sword Shield, Winds, Waves. Man, Wind and Wave would have been, I don't know. Yeah, I'm sure we'll get used to it. So, the timing of everything is interesting. Definitely the timeline, was pushed way back compared to when they usually came out with the generation. But I think it was good to give a little space, time to breathe for, just spreading it out a little bit, I think is good. We don't know what this means for the TCG, right? Like the Gen 10 mechanics that we'll see, the new mechanics, I'm sure it's going to be something new, right? I don't think we're going to see like EX or V or GX or well, it was GX Sun and Moon. I don't think they'll bring back GX, or tag team. Like I think they're gonna do something brand new for what just like the common kind of regular hit is. So we'll see what that brings, but yeah, I'm excited. It was definitely, it wasn't a letdown, but I thought there would be a bigger reveal for something. But I'm happy that we got the trailer for the Gen 10 game, and we know it's coming now, and yeah, we'll wait and see what happens. But it's always fun. I think they do another Pokemon Presents in like July, don't they? Don't they usually do one in July or August, or is that just Nintendo does one? Maybe that's just Nintendo. So, but yeah, I'm sure we'll get some more news here, probably maybe even later today, or in the next couple of weeks about the 30th anniversary set. I'm excited to see what what that Mew and Mewtwo, meant, and excited to get more information about Winds and Waves and get a release date. I wish they would have said a release date, but we just know it's coming sometime in 2027. So, we got a year to wait. So we'll see what happens, But yep. Anyway, all right. Tomorrow back to our normally scheduled programming. Talking about the cards and collecting and investing in Pokemon cards. So yeah, I appreciate you all watching. Let me know your thoughts below. What did you think of Pokemon Presents? What do you think of the reveals? And what are your predictions for what you think the card game is going to be? The 30th anniversary set is going to look like. So I appreciate all you watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you all tomorrow.